Good morning. It's gone 9. I woke up at I think about 8 and then fell asleep again. Well, actually no, that's telling a lie. I woke up at 8, made a cup of tea and then just put my head down again, but I didn't fall asleep. I put my head down and then it was 9 o'clock and I thought, oh well, we better start slowly coming to. So I've had, like I said, I've had one tea, so I'm gonna have one more tea. In fact, that's also telling a lie, because I'm definitely gonna have more than one more tea. So I'm gonna have a tea, and then I'm going to have some porridge. In fact, that's also telling a lie. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my porridge first, and then I'm going to have probably a couple of teas after my porridge, and then I can use my tea bags and what have you for the porridge. I'm not concentrating, am I, at all? Then I can use the tea bags and my tea for cleaning my pot that had the porridge in it. Oh. Now it will be interesting to see how much fuel I've used, because I must admit I can't remember exactly how much was in there. I did weigh it, but I didn't really concentrate. I think it was something like 160 grams or something like that. I was doing that transferring fuel thing. So first of all, nothing was transferring into it, and then I was leaving it for then I was really freezing it and making one really warm. I mean, that's onto a boil. I literally just saw water start to bubble then. So I mean, it really is quick, you know, and I've not edited or done anything. It literally boiled that quickly. It is quite quick. It's crazy, really. All right, so we'll let that do its hydrational thing. Blimey. It like boils so quickly, you can't finish talking about what you were talking about. Welcome back again. You've just caught me looking at my toes, and that toe that was painful yesterday, it's not really painful at the moment. There was a tiny bit of dead skin on it, so I just cut that off. I think that was like probably the blister from last time. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that pseudo cream just on the toe and just let that soak in, if it actually soaks in. And while that's doing that, we're gonna start packing the bag. So I'm gonna put my foot over there. So in here, so someone was asking, I don't know how strong these bags are. Mind you, me wearing watches doesn't, I really don't think that helps very much. I think when I'm packing these, I ought to take my watches off, because you're kind of stuffing things down inside, and the less you've got catching, the plastic, the better. So someone was asking what bags these are. I will try and answer that question if I haven't already. But I think I've put the name in my...
It's in the description. There's a blog. Go to the blog, and it's in the blog. It's in the blog.
Blog post description. And if you look it up, then you can actually find them online somewhere. Nylon form or something like that is this bag here. So basically, for the Hell pack, we need to pretty much fold the mat into quarters. Some packs that have longer back systems, because you want the mat to go just above, not much above, like an inch or something like that, but you know, just above the top of the shoulder straps, because it's basically the mat, the sleep mat, that is giving you your back system, you know, like your frame. This is basically we're creating. Tony's actually creating something. So we're actually like creating the film. Now I will admit it's not the easiest, least fiddly things to do. You know, it definitely is a bit fiddly. And then obviously when you want to put something in that's effectively bigger than the pack itself, and this nylon form plastic stuff, it's quite sticky as well. It's, I will admit, just probably a regular black bag or something like that would probably be easier. So you want to try and get the bag all the way to the bottom, and then you've kind of got to try and make sure that the mat is still in place, which it is. We can then hopefully carry on stuffing stuff in like that. Now, because we don't have very much stuff, we probably don't really need to pack it very tight. Just one little tip, whilst you're packing, just this is a really good time just to make sure that the mat, so that the top of the mat comes to about here, so that's okay. Alright, I brought Lizzie some towels for Lizzie. I probably won't bother. I'll put a base weight below or in my blog post thing with a link to that. I probably won't include Liz's jackets and bedding stuff. I mean, it's, you know, most people won't be carrying that. If you want to know how heavy it is, just ask and I'll try to remember to weigh it at some point. So I wore nighttime socks, that's Liz's. Okay, so this pillow did well. So this is the big Agnes and you let it down. I discovered last night, because I was trying to think, how do I, you kind of stick your finger in in the eel. Yeah, this was made especially for me, wasn't it? Stick your finger in the hole, and then that is then deflated. What you could do, if you don't get all the air out, is like that. Hopefully you could see. Yeah, I'll put the wind shirt in. So we were very, very warm and comfortable last night. We really didn't need anything else. I did put the wind shirt on at one point when it just cooled off, you know, a little bit. I really want the top of all the stuff to be fairly close to the top here, because it's really only the repair kits and the gas stuff to go in, and that will just go on the top. It's surprising, really. I don't need a huge amount of stuff, so the repair kit I'm going to put on the top. Well, that's that. Oh, I forgot that. I didn't need the liner, but it was worth bringing. That's my spare. I bought that, another pillow. It's basically a spare for the first one. I'd asked Dave in the Gorge Outdoors in Cheddar to get it in for me, so I probably didn't, you know, absolutely have to get it, but I asked him to get it in, so it's only fair to honour the original request. Right, well, I think that's because that's socks to wear. Nothing else is going to need waterproof protection. And then when you look inside there, you can see, so everything's just below this, but we've still got to get in, like I said, the pot, the first aid stuff, so that will raise it up, you know, a little bit. And then we've also got to get in the, you know, this ground sheet, so that will probably raise it up a little. Okay, now we've done that, I'm gonna have one more cup of tea, and then I'll put some more. I think what I'll put on my toe then will be the glide, the body glide. Right, well, we've got a tea. We need to just try and do a little bit of movement. Try to do a bit of movement. It's 20 past 10. Oh. So really the only bits that's left to go in the pack now is my sort of first aid repair bag here, my tea stuff, my rubbish, and I had one more snack bar. And then the gas and the pocket rocket, which is, that's going down. It will be interesting to see how much of that I've used. I try to remember to weigh that, because I've definitely used some. Oh. All right, the The only disadvantage with using your pot for your tea stuff is you can't put your pot away when you've got tea still in it. So we've got plenty of energy bars in there. That's okay. I'll put the torch in there as well. So, it's a warm one today. It must be, let's see what the temperature is at the moment, but it's certainly warm. 28. It's showing 28. I can't believe it's quite that warm. I kind of leave it in the shade there a bit. It is dropping down a bit. Yeah, it's slowly dropping down a bit. Oh no, it's wind chill. Oh no, but the wind chill is the temperature. It's showing 28 in the shade there. I mean, that's very, very warm. I mean, 28, that's nearly 30. Obviously, 30, 60, double 30 to 60, and then another 30 to 90 for Fahrenheit. All right, knock a bit off 80. I don't know whether it's 80 Fahrenheit, but it's certainly warm anyway. And it is creeping up. 28.7. It depends whether this is this might be radiating. It is warm though, that is for sure. So there's camp. Oh, there. Oh, good job I remembered to take a picture last night. So we've just got those few bits there to go in the pot. Okay, well basically then, now we've got everything else in, so now we just put the cooker in. I didn't use the pegs I brought, so I'm just going to put them in there. Alright, so I think we're ready to now just make sure that your foam mat doesn't blow away. This is probably, maybe, one of the first times I've ever used just polycro, believe it or not, amazingly. And it actually did quite well, really. Like I said, maybe I could make it a little bit longer. I think it's about 2 meters or 2 meters 10 if I cut this to. So maybe I could cut it to 220. And as I said, I made it about 80 centimeters wide. Maybe like 90 centimeters or a meter wide. But then it might start to be getting a bit too long, you know, at that point. So anyway, we'll put that. Right, so that is pretty much everything in there. We've still got to get the the tarp down. Definitely good job that I put that extra piece of guy line in, because otherwise I would have struggled to have raised the head. You know, I could have just pegged it down here, but it was nice having, you know, but if the weather was suddenly became, you know, really horrible, if a line comes off your peg when you're collapsing everything, I mean, it is getting old. It's one of my older pieces there. I could get some tape on it and strengthen that up a little bit. This side's doing okay. All the others are okay. Just that one side over there. And I say, by using the carabiners on the guy lines, it means that I can unhook the guy line from the shelter, and then effectively that's all the lines removed. So, you know, if it started to rain now, and then obviously if it was raining, or it looked like the weather was about to set in, take my hat off. I got it the wrong way round, haven't I? Oh dear. No hope. I even put this little toggle on, and then you're in, you know, then you're in poncho mode then. Not sure how much you can see, but then, like I said, if it was, you know, a light shower, you could then put your poncho on, and if you go there, you've got a tree growing at the top of your poncho. But I think it's a little bit too warm for poncho wearing. Right, and then that can go on the top there. Okay, well, apart from putting Lass's pack on, my water in the pockets and that, and poles are ready to go. From our little happy corner of Cheddar, until our next camp, hopefully on Dartmoor next week, although I'm not sure when this will be released, but we will see you all again soon. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, everybody.